What's going on, everyone? I hope you're having an awesome day so far, and welcome back to another episode of Chuck's Customs. If you've been following this project, then you already know what's going on. And if you're new, welcome! I highly suggest you check out the last few videos, that way you can get up to speed on everything that's going on. But if you don't have time for that, let me just fill you in real quick. Right now, we're in the middle of stuffing a 12-valve Cummins into our 1978 GMC Sierra that I affectionately named Bessie. So I think it'd be a good idea to start out this episode with something kind of fun, and maybe a little easy, but maybe a little difficult, I don't really know. We're going to be installing the exhaust. Now what I have here is just a 4-inch downpipe, and that's all there is to it. And quite frankly, that's all I'm going to be putting in the truck. Now a lot of people have told me it's going to be way too loud if I run such a short exhaust without a muffler, and that I should run it all the way back with 4-inch pipe, or run 2.5-inch all the way back and then have an outlet of 4-inch. I don't know. To me that just sounds like too much work, and it's gonna make Bessie too quiet, people. Come on. That's not what a 12-valve is all about. And then I've had a lot of people tell me to just stick the exhaust straight through the hood. Quite frankly, I don't feel like having a giant sign on my truck that says, "Pull me over, I'm running illegal exhaust." It gets soot all on the windshield. And then I thought maybe bring it out through the fender, but I don't know. I think I want Bessie to be kind of a sleeper. If you're looking at the truck in a parking lot and you don't know what's under the hood, and it's not running, I want people to think it's just a regular old GMC. That's all I want. So we're just gonna have it come right down and then dump out behind the front tire. Because that's what I want to do. That's what I'm gonna do. Let's get to it. Okie dokie. Now that the exhaust is finished and it sounds awesome, we can go ahead and start figuring out a way to hook up the shift linkage, because the stock Chevy shift linkage won't work because the little control arm on the side of the transmission is different and it's further back than it was. Whatever, let's build something. Okay, so I tried to get some good footage of me piecing this whole thing together underneath the truck, but apparently it's extremely dark down there, and when I reviewed the footage, you couldn't see anything. So I'm just going to show you real quick what I did. Ended up welding that bar on there, and that fits in the sleeve, as you saw. Ended up welding this arm onto the end, and that holds this little guy, which goes here, and then this attaches to the little arm on the transmission, and it all moves together. I'm going to put it on real quick and then show you if it works or not, because I don't even know yet. Let's try it out. Alright, moment of truth. Let's see if it works. Oh my gosh. It actually works! Yes! Oh man. This episode's going swimmingly. So far we've got our exhaust put on, and we have our shift linkage all hooked up. This is working out great. Now we can go ahead and start rebuilding that firewall. That way we can figure out where we're going to mount our gas pedal and run our throttle cable. Let's go. Oh man, we actually got a lot more done in this episode than I thought we would. We got the exhaust installed, we got the shift linkage hooked up, we got our throttle cable all hooked up and it works great, and we even rebuilt most of the Firewall transmission tunnel and fixed a massive hole on the passenger side floor pan. I'm going to finish the rest of it off camera because, quite frankly, I don't think you guys want to sit here for 2 hours watching a bunch of B-roll of me tack welding sheet metal in place. That's no fun, okay? It took forever. That's why this episode took 2 weeks to come out, so I'm really sorry about that. I try to upload every week, but this one kind of got away from me. But before we close out, I found a problem that I just want to bring to your guys' attention real quick, and that's with the alternator. So, as you can see, this is not the alternator that we installed in the last episode. I don't know why it says Dad, but okay. The alternator that I installed was just a stock, straight out of the box alternator for a Dodge 2500 pickup truck. Now on that alternator, it had 2 ports that you would hook up to, and wires would come out of there and go to an external voltage regulator in that truck. Well, this truck doesn't have that. And for this type of swap, you want a 1-wire conversion. Now keep in mind, this is the same kind of alternator that I installed in the last episode. It's just this one's used, and it has the 1-wire conversion done. Now you can take it to any alternator shop, and they should be able to do the conversion for you. Basically what it does is it gets rid of those 2 ports, and they put a built-in voltage regulator right into the alternator. That way all you have to do is run the 1 wire to your battery, and it will charge. Everything's good to go. So, yeah, if you're doing this swap, you need a 1-wire conversion on your alternator. I didn't realize that when I installed the last one, but thankfully a friend of mine had this one laying around, so I was able to return the other one and use this one. So that's pretty much the only issue that I've found with what we've done so far. Otherwise, everything else is looking tip-top. So that's going to be it for today's episode, everyone. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead and show that thumbs up button some love. If you didn't like what you saw, or you have suggestions for a future episode, let me know in the comments section. I'd love to hear from you guys. And as always, if you want to see what we're going to be getting into in the next episode, make sure you subscribe. That way you don't miss it. The next episode's going to be awesome. Oh, yeah. Got something in my throat. So, again, everyone, thank you so much for watching. And I look forward to seeing you again next time on another episode of Chuck's Customs.